You might think that this is an entirely normal Hollow Knight Silksong playthrough. You'd be wrong. This is Hollow Knight 2. A person named Sean Young has made this mod, the link to it will be in the description, so make sure to show him some love. When I first started playing Silksong, I was frustrated about Hornet being weak. I would give up absolutely anything to play as the Knight, and my prayers have been heard. So we're going to be beating every single boss in Farloom as the Knight. Anything but saving Hollowness, huh? Move aside, Step Sis, Big Bro's got this one. Yes, he is canonically the older sibling, please don't come at me for this in the comments. Oh my charms, how I missed you so much. I'm gonna go for my build that I do for Hollow Knight usually. Well, that seems about right. Mom, can we have Grubsmother? We have Grubsmother at Farloom, son. The Grubsmother at Farloom. I wonder if multiple frames of damage work in this game using... It does. It does work with the Fluke Nest. You know, if this happens canonically, every creature collectively in Farloom is going to shit their pants. Oh my god, my Descending Dark, how I missed you. Invincibility frames, all of you. Editor's note here, I don't know why I didn't know I could Crystal Dash. I entirely forgot and just tried to jump through and switch to Hornet, but... well, I'm just a dumb. Oh my god, the Knight doesn't even have a damage cap to any of his nail attacks. He's just doing unbreakable strength damage. 32 is insane. You know, I'm kind of upset with how easy the game becomes when you get to play as the Knight. Little guy Shade cloaks through everything. Savage Beastlaw is a joke to him. He's even doing more damage because of the Fluke Nest. Time for Sister Splinter. You know what's coming, don't you? Oh my god, that does insane damage. Oh my god. The person who made this mod mentioned that there are a few inconsistencies in the game. My flukes didn't do any damage, but honestly, I'm just happy he made the mod regardless. We're just probably wondering how a guy 1/8 her size is hitting this damn hard. Honestly, I can see some of the bosses being harder to beat playing as the Knight, solely because he doesn't have the movement capabilities Hornet has. Like, he doesn't have the harpoon, nor does he have the fade down cloak where he just kind of gets to float around, you know? Oh my god, the last judge is just a joke to him. He just took care of her so easily. The fluke's not doing damage is kind of pissing me off. Maybe I'll unequip it. Mom, can we fight Hornet? We have Hornet at Farloom. Hornet at Farloom. Wait, actually, I just realized a lot of her movesets are actually very similar to Hornet's. She even does the Shaw, Adidas, and all of that. Look at that. She even got the parry. Which is, honestly, I know it's a stretch, but still, it's very, very similar. Except this, of course, this part, because it's new. It's very different. But she is a bit similar to Hornet. I bet the Knight's having some PTSD knowing that this is a budget version of Grim. Grim, is that you? Son? Is that you? Did you grow up to be like this? Please don't tell me you grew up to be Trobio. Man, Nightmare King Grim really let himself go after we kind of banished him. Now all he does is perform for the people in the Citadel and not take over falling kingdoms. Honestly, a few days ago I made a video comparing whether the Little Knight is stronger or Hornet is stronger, and I remember very vividly giving the point to Threatstorm over the Shriek, but oh my god, I regret doing that so much. I actually considered doing it, but oh my god. I love the music for this boss fight so much. Also, I like how the mod creator took this little detail of putting the God Tuner on the top of the UI. Because, you know, that's the canon ending for the game, I think. That's actually a pretty nice detail, I like it. Honestly, I just know I'm gonna dog this guy. I'm actually gonna melt this guy playing as the knight. None of his moves work on me because I just go past him. And the other guy just dies with one Shade Cloak or literally any other spell. Look, I don't want to glaze the mod too much, but this might be my new favorite mod. Like, and I can see that being like that for a very long time. Like, if some of us actually work on this as people, you know, individually and improving it, this could be such a good mod. It has so much potential. Okay, so I'm gonna be quiet during this particular fight because I want to pay Seth my respect. Oh no, the Radiance! Wait, you're not the Radiance. Also, why are you hotter? That's probably his reaction to it. Honestly, this is the easiest fight the knight is gonna be going through. I mean, he was made for this. You know, I always used to compare the Unbreakable Strength with the Flint Slate because they both increased your damage by 50%. But now playing this mod, I now realize how broken Unbreakable Strength really was. Like, it's so much better than the Flint Slate. You don't have to reload, you don't have to go through all that BS. Just keep hitting the enemy, you know what I mean? It's actually so broken. I don't know why, but my game glitched out. You could see the knight just sitting there and my UI isn't showing up, but hopefully that's not gonna be a very big problem. Because of how much the opponents get pushed behind when you hit them, the Shade Soul kind of does double damage almost every time. It's just broken. All of the spells the knight has in this particular game is so broken. Mom, can we have a Trader Lord? We have Trader Lord at Farloom, son. Trader Lord at Farloom. Okay, I swear that's gonna be the last one of those jokes. I swear, I know it's getting corny. You know, the dash might actually seem slower than Hornet's dashing and running, but it actually makes up for it because of the increased range. I don't know if you can see it, but he just barely makes it through every time, in any situation. Oh my god, it's strangely perfect. Like the Knight's moveset is just so universal. It's so smooth and nice. I don't know. Maybe he is just built really different. Oh, I know Crust King Khan's getting absolutely shredded. Steady body does not push the Knight back at all. The weighted bell does, but this charm is absolutely broken because it just only costs 1. Like there are going to be some look at this. Like I can just stay wherever I want to and just keep slashing this guy, and it's doing a ton of damage. Now this is gonna be one of those fights that is going to be extremely difficult for me to do hitless. I mean, I can just tank it because I'm the Knight, but still, this is going to be very difficult if I want to do this hitless, because there is no floor and I don't have the harpoon. I don't have the cloak either. Because of it, I'm just going to have to damage tank this entirely. And I'm sure I'm going to be able to melt the boss anyway. You know what my favorite part is about this game? The Muck Maggots don't do shit to the Knight. Solely because he's an empty vessel. Even canonically, I don't think anything happens to him because of the Muck Maggots. Like, he can just stay here in the water as long as he'd like, and nothing's gonna happen to him. Oh my god, this feels so nice, honestly. Grohl the Great is hardly even a threat because he doesn't have the water to help him. You can just see how much Team Cherry tried to use external factors to make the game harder for you. I'm just gonna put this out there. All of these are my first takes. That's how easy the game is playing as the Knight, and I'm not even playing conservatively. I'm actually damage tanking most of these fights. That's how broken this guy is. You guys played as him in Hollow Knight and you guys didn't realize how overpowered this character is. I tried to parry there, I don't know why. I forgot I have Descending Dark. I mean, I am a bit loose because I'm just getting used to the whole playing as the Knight thing all over again. In Silksong. Cut me some slack, please. Oh my god, he's almost dead. Unleashing the Abyss's wrath on a cute little flea because he's a little bigger than usual should be a crime. I'm just gonna shut up now because every time I open my mouth I end up glazing the Knight. I'm a professional Knight glazer at this point, so I'm just gonna shut up about it. The Watcher at the Edge is the only boss that is taking a second try from my end, solely because all I do is end up parrying this guy when I'm playing as Hornet, but the little Knight can't really parry properly and it's not consistent. I found that out the hard way. You know, this still is a mod, so I'm not really playing as a lore accurate Knight from Hollow Knight, since I am still taking double damage from almost just about everything. I mean, I could just double mod this and fix that, but I don't really want to. I just want to show you guys that even without the mask upgrades, the Knight is still pretty broken. What the f? Stand still. Oh my, I hate this boss fight so much. Stop moving around. Yeah, this guy's getting cheesed. I can cheese this guy playing as Hornet. I can cheese this guy playing the Knight as well. I'm gonna damage tank just about everything because that fire damage isn't gonna do double damage to me. Honestly, steady body is so clutch. I don't have to worry about repositioning with every few nail hits. You know, when I started off playing this mod, I wanted to do this all hitless, but then I realized I don't really need to, because this guy's an actual tank. He just damage tanks everything and hardly has a scratch on him. Doing this hitless would take so long, and it's so unnecessary. Just damage tank all of it, just heal up right away. And you can do a lot of damage while damage tanking because of the invincibility frames that you have. Off topic, this is such a poorly designed boss fight. Honestly, I love the game, don't get me wrong, but the fight is so slow. It's paced so badly. You know, with the quick slash equipped, I think the knight even slashes faster than Hornet, even with the Wanderer's Crest. I could be wrong, but you know, whenever I fight Gar the Outcast while playing as Hornet, I never really get 3 nail strikes off before his roar. You can tell from the small interaction that I'm going to be abusing the Abyss Shriek a lot in this fight. Like, it does so much damage. Look at that health bar melting down. You know, generally it's a very bad idea to be above the knight. Like, he just Abyss Shrieks just about anything. Even the Radiants ate like 50 of them in each fight. I wonder if this was canon. Okay, I know it's not, it's just a mod, but if it was, I wonder if the little knight would think about Cornifer. Or if he even misses anybody from Hallowmist. I mean, everybody keeps saying that he's entirely hollow. Even I, to some extent, believe that, but I don't know anymore after Silksong's ending. Maybe something changed. After he interacted with so many bugs from Hallowmist, I feel like he actually grew emotions. Just like his brother. I mean, his brother had only his father to grow emotions with. This guy just talked to everybody from Hallowmist and even helped some of them. I hate this boss fight. I'll always hate this boss fight. No matter who I play as, the Knight, Hornet, hell, even the Shade Lord, I'm not gonna care. I'm still gonna dislike this boss fight. Solely because of how tedious it is. I mean, a lot of people like it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with this fight, especially. But it's just so slow and tedious, and this just keeps flying around, and it annoys the f*** out of me. It's just not something that I really like. Hornet doesn't really have the Abyss Shriek. She has the Pale Nails, which does a measly amount of damage compared to the Abyss Shriek, but still. I just don't like the fight. So tedious. Call this a skill issue if you will, but maybe a good chunk of the reason why I don't like this fight is because she's an actual primal aspid who turns into a boss. I don't know why that's the thing. I mean, Team Cherry saw people hating over the primal aspid and added like 50 versions of them in this game. I've seen a lot of comments under my videos saying Hornet is a lot more agile than the Knight, and though that might be true because, you know, she has the harpoon and she can basically just float and stuff, but the Knight's movements are just so smooth. Like, this boss fight is a lot easier playing as the Knight solely because I have the Shade Cloak, and also because pogoing is a lot easier playing as him for some reason. I don't really know how to explain it. If you've watched any of my previous videos, maybe you'll remember that I don't really like the Bell Eater. I mean, I don't really like any of the bosses that really require a cutscene for it to be defeated. Especially if I'm not the one beating it, you know what I mean? Like, the Bell Beast just hops in and just kills the Bell Eater. That's something I don't like. It makes the whole fight inconsistent. Because the phases don't end unless that cutscene just plays. I mean, it was exciting and engaging story-wise, but in the game, I don't really like it gameplay-wise, you know what I mean? Again, the Knight just absolutely decimates everybody here because of Descending Dark and Abyss Shriek. It's kind of funny to see the Knight fighting the Void enemies even though he practically owns it. Like, canonically, if the Knight was here, I feel like Garmin would have to listen to him. I mean, sure, he doesn't entirely control the Void, but still, he has some influence over it if he's going to be the Shade Lord and, you know, be able to control his siblings. I mean, the first Sinner is an interesting boss fight playing as the Knight. I mean, I can actually see her being a fitting opponent for the Knight if she was in the first game. I mean, I wouldn't really complain too much because she looks like the kind of bug, or whatever she is, a weaver basically, that would fit the whole theme and category of being in Hollow Knight. It just makes sense, you know? I mean, if she was in Hollow Knight, you would think that she's probably related to Hera, and I'd be okay with it. I think that'd be pretty interesting. So I left the last boss for last, because she's the final boss. Buddy, you're looking at the wrong spot, you're missing the view. Turn your head, okay. That's actually pretty funny. You know, after I played Silksong, I really forgot how short the knight really is. He's extremely little. I mean, Hornet's a bit taller, okay, don't get me wrong. Hornet's still short and small compared to other bugs in the game, but the knight just... he's microscopic. He's even shorter than Lace. But still, a bigger threat, I suppose. In my other video where I compared the knight to Hornet, I remember vividly mentioning how the knight's double jump felt smoother and more fluid. Playing the mod, I can certainly say that it's true. He even jumps higher than Hornet with the double jump. I mean, hey, I could be wrong. Someone fact check this, but it just feels higher. That was pretty fun. Well, that was it. You reached the end of the video. Again, if you want to try this mod out for yourself, the link for it will be in the description. If you like this video, then you'll certainly like these. Also consider subscribing since it helps me out a bunch.